coming up. Yeah.
Teach
them. Wake up, everybody. It's the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And I am the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, a.k.a. CDAT.
CDAT.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
All right, so what's good, man?
Oh, man, working on being the best me I ever could be.
That's a worthy goal.
Yes, it's a struggle. It's a struggle.
That is absolutely a worthy goal. You know what I mean?
What's good with you, brotherhood?
Same, man. Self-improvement is the basis for community development.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, self-improvement.
So on that consistent journey of trying to be a better version of me, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, it's happening, man. A lot of good stuff going on, a lot of good things in the community. And we're gonna talk about a few of them, man. We got some events. It's Freestyle Friday, so y'all tag a friend, tell them to tap in, man. Call in, let us know what's on your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we here for you.
Yes, we're here for you.
For you.
For you.
Yeah, that's how we talk around here. We talk different. We bilingual, man. So couple things, man, just as by way of community events and shout outs. There's a lot of stuff going on in the community. So we want to jump right in. Team number 9720, Robotics Club. High school students.
Wow.
We're starting a robotics club in St. Pete. You can apply at www.727robotics.com. Membership is free, and this is being brought to you by the Dream Faith Foundation. Shout out to St. Pete Strong and my man Deontay Thompson, man.
Yeah, man, I want to give a big shout out D and the whole team.
Yes.
If y'all don't know about the St. Pete Strong movement, they've been doing taking those trips and doing those conferences for the youth for a few years. Also, D the one who started and dropped off the first round of computers for the Child's Park Computer Lab. So thank you, brother, for starting something that you done started something.
Yeah, you talking about want to be starting something.
You done started something now. We on our second round of computers now.
Absolutely started something.
So thank you so much, man, for all you do. I spoke with him and he told me about the robotics and that he was working on it.
Yeah.
So
the opportunity that it presents, man.
So it's a blessing to hear the announcement,
right?
To see the flyer. So if your kids, your children, because technology and this robotic stuff, man, this is where we need to be at. This is where we need to go. We talking about jobs and stuff like that for the future. Well, these are careers,
right?
Because if you don't know, with AI and all this technology going on, the traditional job force is gonna shrink.
Yeah.
And the new job force is going to be based around robotics and technology. So if you ain't got your kids involved in any robotics and technology, get with D and the whole team. Find out, learn something. This is a competition. This is competitive robotics here.
Yeah. And what we did was when we was at last year's conference, they had the team. I don't know if they won, but I know they competed in the robotics championship, and they had, you know, the product that they designed, because they designed like a robot. It had an arm, it could pick stuff. And so what they do at these challenges is they'll give them a set of instructions and tell them, okay, we need you to develop or design something that's going to be able to accomplish these tasks. Mm-hmm. And so it got to be able to roll, it got to be able to move backwards, it got to be able to pick up things. And, you know, they program it, design it, and build it. And they had the robot that the robotics team who was there presenting, they actually showed, you know, their work. You know what I'm saying? And they,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. And so they have to like really design and troubleshoot, problem solve, and all of that stuff. T. Wells, good morning.
Listen, I've been a fierce advocate for technology, and bringing technology to our community.
Yep.
Because like whether we know it or not, whether we are right with it or not, our lives are like revolves around the technology that's been created.
Right.
Some of it in our lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Like our parents can't even give us a hint or a tip to how to deal with some of this stuff because it was invented while we were growing up.
That's
true. But the reality is that same thing is going to happen to our children. And
Well,
there's going to be new technology. There's going to be new things that are going to be built. And the youth is going to have to be the ones who run it and operate it sometimes.
right.
They're going to have to be learned and educated. So get your children into technology. If robotics ain't what they into, you might have to introduce them to some type of other computer technology.
Right.
Right. Programming. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Graphic design. Right. And a lot of these, like I say, a lot of these industries shrinking due to AI. Like if y'all don't know, artificial intelligence, it arrived last year. Right, they've been kicking around the can with this artificial intelligence for maybe a decade, but last year it arrived
with a splash.
It arrived.
And then here's the thing: like the artificial intelligence and the tech that we using, like the one that arrived that we was up on was like version 3.5.
Yeah.
So it's
seriously,
like so it's like versions before that, and now 3.5 is the one that we got. You know what I'm saying? And they're consistently working on developing and improving these versions, man.
So I'm gonna share something that I just recently learned.
Okay.
The humans that are behind the artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Right. A lot of people envision artificial intelligence taking our place and removing us. But behind a lot of this artificial intelligence are humans.
Yeah.
You know, are people programming, people who are fact checking the technology. Because when you look at, let's say, Google, and you put in Google and that algorithm come up, and you think it was amazingly fast, but honestly, it was a technician or somebody back there to make sure you got what you asked for to pop up, right?
Yeah.
So there is human intervention in a lot of this stuff. And what we don't know, that these are the careers of the future, right? When you say bus driver, janitor, it might be robotic technician that repairs the janitor that's pushing the broom, or the computer mechanic technician.
We got autonomous vehicles right now. People, cars driving themselves.
Yeah, we just scraping the crust of this. We ain't even went deep yet, because like have you driven an automatic driving car yet?
I have not. Valerie said that the youth are the future. Invest in the children. The children will be the ones operating the robots and tech. You better know it.
Listen, and some of us going to have to work till we 50, 60, 70.
Yeah.
Because of that retirement thing.
Yep.
And we have to relearn some stuff. And you can go back to school to learn this stuff. And some of this technology stuff isn't as hard as we think it is. Because honestly, y'all, if you not look, we walk around with artificial intelligence device in our hand every day.
Yeah, we say we ain't using AI, and then right after that, you say, "Hey Siri, what's AI?"
Like for real,
Siri
for real
is AI.
Yeah. I mean, a form. It's probably a crude form.
No, it's a form.
Yeah, it's a crude form.
Siri knows stuff. That's kind of intelligent.
Yeah.
And you can prompt Siri to communicate.
Yeah, it's just crude.
Siri, tell me a joke. That's AI.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
But it is.
Like, right? I
mean, but what I'm saying,
earlier versions.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's why I say crude.
Yeah,
it's a crude version. Like Google and the algorithm, all those are like first introductory levels of artificial intelligence, and then the more complicated one of the large language models was the Chat GPT.
Right.
And then Microsoft came out with an autopilot, Copilot that uses the Chat GPT mainframe or the Chat GPT system.
Right.
And see, what y'all got to understand is this is not something for us to be scared of or resistant to.
Right.
It's something for us to embrace and learn.
Right on. It's Freestyle Friday. Caller, you on there? You there, caller?
Call back. So yeah, it's Freestyle Friday. We freestyling. We talking about technology. We were just talking about D and the robotics, St. Pete first robotics team that has come to St. Pete, and that led us to talk about artificial intelligence and just the future of what we talking about.
Right on. Yeah, that's what's good. Some community things. That's worldwide too, by the way, y'all. Also, the Sunshine City Film Festival, man, this morning, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes, it's going to be a tour from the Pinellas County Film Commissioner. A lot of people don't know that Pinellas County has a film commissioner.
Okay.
Right. We have a whole film commissioner office, right?
Right.
Where they work with filmmakers, young filmmakers, new filmmakers, and this tour is going to take you around and show you some of the spots where people film at, some of the resources. I'm going to give to y'all 10,000% honest. Some of the films that we've produced, some of the locations, some of the actors all came from the help of the Pinellas County Film Commission. I want to thank Beatrice, formerly of the Deuces, now Digital Inclusion.
Right.
She really plugged us in. Even, you know what I'm saying, my first time at the commissioner's office
was with
right? Beatrice set it up. It was a tourism meeting. We met with the county commissioner then, who is now our mayor.
Okay.
So yes, take the tour. It starts early today. Take the tour. Go around, see the films. The Sunshine City Film Festival is here for you. If you want to be a part of it, you can go online at the sunshinecityfilmfestival.com. You can check out the schedule. It's from now until Martin Luther King Day.
Right on. And also 49th Street Business District.
Fusion 49.
Fusion 49, man. The meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6:00 at the Gulfport Neighborhood Center. And then also we're doing a walking audit. There's a program
on the 22nd.
Yep, on the 22nd. It's called Safe Streets for All. And what we're inviting residents, stakeholders, business owners, and just concerned and interested citizens to come on out, man, and do this walking audit. Really, the idea of the walking audit is where we just walk and look at what can be improved along that corridor. We document that. We have consultants that's working with us. Fort Pinellas is our Metropolitan Planning Organization, our MPO, and they have advocated for the funding, got the funding to do this study, and we working to redesign 49th Street, man, for safety.
Hey, I want to say thank you again for your vision, Councilmember O'Hara from Gulfport, for having the vision, not only the vision, but the fortitude and the stamina, the dexterity that it takes to. So what people don't know, St. Pete and Gulfport are all are twin cities, right? But they always have been somewhat of a rambunctious, like a hard relationship.
Yeah, it's been tough.
It's been tough. It ain't been easy. And what y'all have been able to do is get two cities to collaborate in a way that they haven't collaborated.
Yes, sir.
Right. And people's like, oh, it's just no, like a business district along the 49th Street corridor that collaborates for St. Pete.
For two cities, yeah.
This is phenomenal. It's kind of unheard of. We're kind of uncharted waters. And it's easy, right, when people just to gloss over it.
Right.
But I grew up right there on 49th Street. I'm a Childs Park baby. I grew up all over the city.
Right.
But like my formidable years, it was right there.
Right.
Right. And I know the tension of that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I know that a 49th Street Fusion 49 is like a shining star.
Right. Like
in this community constellation. Because honestly, y'all, it's so hard to get these two communities to work together.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping it.
Yeah, it has been, but I thank God, man. Timing, consistency,
yes.
Because we started, I want to say 2015, 16, 17 at some point, where we were reaching across the border, to some of our Gulfport neighbors when I was president of the neighborhood association,
doing neighborhood cleanups on 49th Street, because we knew that was like a meeting ground and it needed to be work done.
Yeah.
And you was able to coordinate that too, just to think about it. Yeah, because I want to say one of my only times ever volunteering in Gulfport was to help clean up something that
was the 49th Street
that you put together.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Margaret Tober and
the Gabba.
49th Street, the Gulfport Gabba. Everybody who's involved, man. So on the 22nd, it's going to be two opportunities for you to join the walking audit. It's actually, I don't know if I put it on D7 Speaks yet, but it will be. So you can RSVP, let us know that you're coming. And we're going to be out there doing the walking audit. It's going to be two opportunities, one from 2 until 4 on the 22nd. And then we're doing it again at 5:30 until the bus out, until we get done. And we'll be walking down 49th Street. Again, pen and paper, man. with a checklist and just, making observations and saying, hey, here's an opportunity to improve something, whether we want to improve sidewalks, whether we want to do, some medians, some left turns, like what, sky's no limit, y'all. It's really up to us. And so y'all come out, join it, participate in the 49th Street walking audit on January 22nd. You'll hear more about that too.
I want to just throw this out there, right? 49th Street has become the largest concentration of Black businesses in St. Petersburg, right?
Okay.
And I want to give a big shout out to all the 49th Street business owners. Like a lot of them, these are like homeboys, people I went to school with.
Yeah.
Like that was
got businesses on 49th Street.
That was one of the things that made me come to the realization. I was at one of my homeboys' shop getting breakfast, right? The homies coming through and like all the homies support. So everybody we hollers like a family reunion.
Right.
And then I thought, I'm like, wait, hold on. It's all Black businesses here? Wait, hold on. I look across the road, there's 3 more Black businesses.
Right.
I said, oh my God. I went down to McCall's, worked by Baja, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
Where else will I be able to travel and not only get breakfast in a Black restaurant, eat and chill, come back, get lunch?
That's right.
Soul food and at a different restaurant, a different Black-owned establishment.
Yeah.
You can't do that all over the city.
Right.
And 49th Street really stands out because of that. So if you don't know, one of the Black business hubs is now become 49th Street. So support it. Go down 49th Street. If you want some barbecue, you want some, and other people got other businesses. So big shouts out to Fancy Nancy.
Yeah. Professional services.
Yes, big shouts out to Fancy Nancy. All the work
on here too.
Oh, keep the grind up. You support it. You seen the work you doing and can't be replaced because this stuff doesn't happen just in a vacuum with 1 or 2 people.
Right.
The 1 or 2 people can start the conversation, but to actually get the work done, it takes the Fancy Nancy's. It takes the fatties on the corner. It takes the restaurants, the business owners, the elected officials. It takes all us to make this happen, man. So thank you so much, Nancy. Keep up the good work. And I will be at the walking audit on the 22nd.
Right on. Aria says good morning. Fancy Nancy say good morning. Jay, thank you for the stars, man. I appreciate the tangible support. Look, that's tangible support. That's support you can put your hands on. And Dan said I spoke with Ian O'Hara yesterday, and what the two of you are doing is important, exciting, and can be a blueprint for other corridors.
Hey,
thank
you. It is a blueprint for other corridors.
Oh yeah, that's the goal.
And I want to say this too, Dan. Major shots out to Dan and the work you've been doing around businesses on the South Side, all over the city. But I'm just gonna talk about the ones I know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I will say this:
another tangible supporter.
Yeah, listen, and it's
where it's like real support.
Listen,
you can feel it.
Listen, I want to say big shots out to DJ Is and Sazerac.
Oh, there you go.
This is Nazareth.
I don't know how to say it, but I don't think that's how.
Listen, and see what we talking about is the 49th Street Business Corridor. And we just talking about the new business alert. Big shouts out to DJ Is.
Dan, put the pronunciation in the
Sazerac. You feel me? The Sazerac right there, the whole liquor store.
And look, you gonna keep saying it, and that's gonna be how we say it.
No, they call it the spot. Okay. They call it the spot. Just to let you know, they call it the spot.
I saw that.
We're gonna pull up to the spot. Oh, speaking of,
but the sign don't say the spot.
No, it's the Sazerac.
If you're looking for the sign,
it's the Sazerac. People trying to be Sazeracs now. Hey, they partying so hard, they trying to be Sazerac. I'm a Sazerac.
A Sazerac. Tweet, good morning. I appreciate you being here. We doing what's good, y'all. What's going on in the community? If you got something good cooking, man, give us a call. Let us know. It's Freestyle Friday, so you can tap in, chime in, tell us what's good, the community events, what's going on around. Dial in, y'all. Community benefits agreement meetings are going on. We want to remind you of that. We're going to keep hammering that because they're every Tuesday in January.
The month of January.
At 5:30 at City Hall. And these are opportunities to give in-person feedback, man, about what's happening with the historic gas plant redevelopment, aka Tropicana Field, and talking about the community benefits package that's been proposed. And so that's every Tuesday at 5:30 at City Hall. And if you like more information about the CBAC, you can go to stpete.org/gas plant and get that information.
And if you don't know, this is one of the biggest urban developments in America right now. It's definitely the biggest, probably in our little area. And one of the things I want to say, if you have meeting fatigue or you just don't like going to meetings, this may be the meeting you have an exception for.
Yeah.
Right. Tuesday at 5:30. This is a meeting you have. If you don't speak at community meetings, you don't go out, you just let, I got something to say, but I ain't. This is the time to have your voice heard about a development that will probably be going on for the next 20, 30 years, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
20 to 30 years.
Right.
And conservative estimate says the affordable housing will be done in 2040, 47. Right? That's a conservative estimate.
Right.
So now if you be less conservative, that can take us all the way to 2050, 55, 2056. And they had a vision plan for St. Pete 2050, right?
Yeah.
So they can see that far, and it's time for the community members to start participating. I went to the meeting, right? The Heinz Ray's Corp had their people there. I looked around the news, the media, the media had their people there, right? And then I looked and I only seen a few people from the community. Yeah. And I know more people care about this than that were in that room. Some people say it was because of the rain. Some people say it was this. Some people say it was that. All I'm going to say is move around. Yeah. All your excuses, any issue you may have, it's time to put that stuff to the side and step out your comfort zone and take part in this redevelopment. We must. Our future depends on it.
Real deal, man. And so so that's every Tuesday at City Hall.
Said he was comfortable.
I'm telling you.
Until we change.
Until it's time to change.
Yeah.
Welcome to the ride. Yeah, just it's built like newspapers. Just tad on up.
What's good? You had something going on last night?
I did.
You could have been late.
Yeah, no, that's right.
No, I couldn't have. I shouldn't have.
You could have been late. You didn't have to be on time.
Excuse tardiness.
Yeah, you got to excuse tardy pass.
We're doing what's good. And,
yeah.
What happened?
Conversations and libations.
Yes, it was so. Let me tell you,
it was so good. You late.
Actually, you want me to? This is how you know you throw a great event.
Okay.
The rain didn't even make people leave.
Yes, I called. I tried to come back. Oh, we're gonna go. I should have not listened.
No, we took the party to the Catalyst.
Big shouts out to the Catalyst, man. I was just talking about the people doing business around here.
That's what we did.
Y'all hung the F out.
But I mean, honestly, if you were looking for like a nice, grown, chill, great vibe event, the music was on point. You never have to tell Donnie what to play.
Oh man, Donnie.
Oh no.
Donnie Love has the hands of steel. Wheels of steel, hands of steel.
It's different DJs, right? And there's ones that mix and do their little thing. Donnie Love, they are like top two.
Yeah.
When you look at doing it right now, I done came across a lot of DJs, and so my DJ friends don't get mad at me, but these two is like something else.
Yeah,
DJ Ish, he has his lane. He gonna keep the party going.
Yeah,
Coop, nephew.
Shout out to Coop, nephew.
I'll say this about DJ.
DJ put him up.
DJ Donnie Love is
surefire.
She's a performer though. Like she be like
nothing.
She really be jamming.
She mix.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Like her and Zay
she give it to you.
Yeah, she mix. She blend. She do drop. She do everything.
Her and Zay has like similar styles of like
how they move. Yeah. How they move the crowd.
Yeah. I got a question. Tell me about the conversation. I knew about the libations. Tell me about the conversation.
So the conversation part of it is the St. Pete Distillery, they're redeveloping it or developing it.
Okay.
And the conversation piece is, what do you want that to look like in your community?
Man, we having all of these like that conversation is consistent in a lot of areas.
So what
I think I want to just pause on this. I don't think that we understand this moment. Because we having conversations about what we want the future of our city, what we want the future of our businesses, what we want the future of our corridors to look like. And at some point, we're going to be in that future.
Yes.
And it's going to look like what we're talking about now if we do it right. And if we're not at the table,
we can't draw.
We're gonna be walking into somebody else's vision of the future for us, and that's what has me like sending these alarms off. Like, do you realize that in 10 years, it's not just going to be a conversation about what we want the future to look like. It's going to be funding and implementing what that future is going to be. And if we're not giving our input, we're not giving our feedback, we're not having that conversation, it's going to look like what somebody else think for us. So we got to be there.
I will.
Sorry.
100. No,
that was a soapbox moment.
No,
y'all.
get it. Because, I mean, we asked for it. It's here. We've been doing conversation and libations since the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a completely free event. Now, I will tell you, we had nice turnouts.
Yeah.
The people, I think yesterday, we probably had about like 50, 60 people, somewhere around there to come, but we had like 100 and like almost 80 people RSVP.
Okay.
Which was still really good. They were thinking about it. It was extremely cold last night.
Yeah.
And
if you're from here.
Yeah, if you're from here, and it was raining. And it started raining. So to still get
we
people,
don't fight weather for the most part.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't. But I
Super
mean,
Dave,
just look forward to other things because we partner up. Me, and Scam partner up with the St. Pete Distillery, and have been doing the conversation libations since the summer. And so, what you look like that right there, like I know they're gonna do like some housing over there. Looking at some stuff like people talked about having stuff for the youth in there, and just making sure that it looks still like our community.
So I got like so much to say. The first part I want to say, I don't think people understand the gravity of this moment we're in.
Mm-hmm.
We have no reference point to go back to and see a time like this because a lot of our elders didn't experience what we're experiencing right now. What's happening now happened in 1900s here in St. Pete.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? This is like a renaissance that goes back 100+ years that we're beginning into right now. When we grew up, this all was already decided.
Yeah.
When we was growing up, this was already laid out. So we have no reference point to see that, hey, we're in a monumental time. We're in a special time. So what we got to do is seize the moment, participate in these meetings, participate in what's going on. Don't be so negative that you talk yourself out of a historic opportunity, a chance to be involved, a chance to have your vision taken into account, right? And then, because like I just said, there was a meeting and they said they had 86 people. Y'all had 180.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Now let's look at this. Yeah. There was a city survey put out in December pertaining to the gas plant redevelopment, and there was only 86 people that responded. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what we have to do, we got to take some ownership. We got to take some responsibility, and we gotta recognize the moment that we're in. And it's not the people's fault because, like I say, we haven't been in a moment like this for 100 years.
Well, so this is the thing. Okay, so you're right, looking at the differences, but then this goes to the marketing, right? And
who you got,
and on top of that, when you're intentional about your target audience, we were hired because they knew what we do,
right?
And we're, you know what I mean, and they wanted to make sure that our voices was heard. I do events. I'm an organizer by just nature, right? This is what I do.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what it is, if it's a party, if it's a rally, or whatever the case is. God has given me one of those gifts. I can grab people together. When you're looking at the Hines and Ray's situation, when we're sitting here, I don't know, like they haven't came to us and asked us to help them market to our people.
Right.
To make sure that we get it out, like anything. You can
y'all
hear me?
Listening? No, I'm doing that for the Hines Rays people.
You know what I mean?
Sure
like
honestly,
y'all
can hear them, man. Y'all
and the city of St. Pete.
Yeah.
Right. Let's bottom and top behind it.
Yeah.
So when you're looking,
nobody out.
Yeah.
So all the above. So the thing is when you're trying to get information to people that they need, unfortunately, you have to give them the dessert. You have to give them something that they want, so that you can give them what they need.
So shout out to Tony Wells. He says, see that and its affiliates have been having conversations of visions for years. We are living those visions. Thank you, visionaries. Indeed. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. And I want to say this because you are so right. And one of the issues is, right, because like when we organize, we know what the people want, right? And we approach it from that angle. And a lot of times in these C-suites or these executive suites, there is a disconnect. And the people who get the job sometimes is just a friend of the executive or
and they don't know what they're doing.
And they can't say it. That's what I'm saying. The problems we walking into, because I can't tell you I don't know how to do what you want. You just paid me $100,000 to do.
Right.
I can't say that. What I gotta do
no,
is
because I told you when I was applying for the job, I told you I knew how to do the job. And then when you get the job and you say, well, why didn't you reach? And he's like, oh, that's a good idea. It's like, come on, man, hold on.
Yeah.
But again,
they would. But
we kind of talked about this on Wednesday. They would use us to volunteer.
Yes,
but won't give us
won't give us the paycheck or the job to do it.
The super volunteers, and they don't invite the volunteers into the C-suite.
No, but the volunteers is who getting it done. But I no longer volunteer. Just throwing that out there.
Okay.
I still volunteer. So I want to say this. I still volunteer my time daily. Big shout out to Charles Park Neighborhood Association. Our meeting is every third Tuesday at 6:30. Next Tuesday, y'all can come in, volunteer if you choose to, or you can just come watch.
Okay, so let me reframe that. I do volunteer my time, but y'all get what I'm saying.
Not like that.
I know. And I hear you loud and clear. Because that was Mama T, shout out and
God bless her soul.
Because that was Mama T's thing. Was like, man, look, we've been volunteering for a long time, leading these efforts. And then you got paid people who coming to us consistently, like, we not doing that no more. And so that's when I learned about the term stipend. And so they took us from volunteers
to stipend
to giving us stipends. It's like, okay, hold on. That's a progression. But like, how can we really start to make sure that our people are fairly compensated and the exchange?
Thank you.
So here's the rule for me.
For the time they're given.
If I go looking for you,
I should pay you?
No, I'm going to probably volunteer my time.
If I search you out. Yeah.
Yes. But if you search me out, you know what I do.
Yeah.
So pay me.
I hear that. So we got a couple minutes before the break. Our guest is in the building. Dr. Celeste Collins from the Sandiland Center is here, y'all. And we're going to talk about all of the great work that's happening over at the Sandiland Center. And we got a lot of conversation. So I hope you're ready for the ride.
I'm ready.
And you know what you're getting yourself into.
You ready? I think I see now.
Okay. So real quick, too, because it is Freestyle Friday. So we want to make sure that we get this out. The microfund. The program, the microfund grant program, is the application closes Monday, y'all. So the program provides businesses located in the South St. Pete CRA with funding as well as personalized capacity building through education, mentoring, and networking. This support allows businesses to make targeted improvements without having to provide upfront capital. There's early stage startups starting at $2,500 all the way up to $10,000 for a brick and mortar. If you'd like more information about that or to apply, and you got to do it real quick because Monday is the deadline, go to, I'm going to put this in the chat, y'all. It's stpete.org/CRA, and you can get the information on the microfund. Also got a note here that says that the Deuces Live has a cleanup, and they're seeking volunteers this Sunday at 8:30. Volunteers this Sunday.
But you do need volunteers. You definitely need volunteers.
Especially for the neighborhood cleanups.
Yeah.
Especially, we need to pick up that trash.
Yeah, well, ain't nobody paying you to pick up trash these days.
Oh, no.
We did it. It actually was a pilot program.
Yeah, we was stipending. We listened.
Yeah, we did some stipends.
We put a check in your name.
And then last day for free tickets for the MLK Dream Big Educational Band Showcase. That's at Toriano's. Check your child's backpack. Tickets went out in the schools. I like that. Check your child's backpack because that's where the tickets at. So don't say you ain't got tickets. They're in the kids' backpacks.
Big shots out to Tori and the whole Advantage Village Academy, the whole MLK. MLK is happening. It's upon us once again.
Big.
I want y'all to go out, spend some money with some people. Go to the parade, go to the after party, go to the family fun day, go to the museum, experience the culture, the black culture of St. Pete. MLK. Big shots out to Advantage Village.
Go to the breakfast.
Hey, so I got a breakfast ticket.
For the National Council,
I don't know how
the NCNW.
I don't know how I feel about a 6:00 breakfast every day.
6:45.
My stomach ain't even digesting then.
6:45, we should be here. on Monday.
No, I'm gonna call in from the
Oh,
breakfast.
wait. Are we?
I'm gonna call.
I think it's time for us to take a break.
I'm gonna call in from the breakfast. I'm gonna call in from the.
You gonna call in?
I'm gonna call in from the breakfast.
So that's what we doing Monday. We're gonna do.
Are we gonna pull up?
Are we gonna talk about this?
I got tickets. Yeah, I got tickets to the breakfast. This is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna take a break for our radio listening audience. You're gonna get some news, you get headlines from Democracy Now! For our Facebook audience, you're gonna get some opportunities to tag your friends, family. We got some stuff in store for you. So y'all stick around, man. Don't go nowhere. Tag somebody. And when you come back, we're talking with Dr. Collins from the Sanderlin Center. And I'm excited about this conversation. I took a tour. I'm going to tell y'all all about that. And it's amazing work.
You sound like a kid in a candy store right
now.
I am, man. I'm happy. It's Friday. We'll be back. like get into my
Yeah, me too.
Freestyle
And then,
Friday
and then he went
with the welcome back. So welcome back to the Tampa Bay
he went
Breakfast
all
Club.
jazzy with us. We all hip hop over here.
Yeah, we got the bop on.
It's a freestyle,
He
man.
went bebop. Right? That was an ad lib. How about that? So welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that?
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool because
Smart
is
the new
gangster.
baby.
And if you don't know, now you know.
And so we got a special guest in the building, y'all. We have Dr. Celeste Collins from the Sanderlin Center.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Up and through
So
here.
I like your glasses too.
Look,
Oh yeah, those is we do.
Those pretty fly.
Yeah.
Women complimenting each other in here.
We do that.
All up in here.
All up and through here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Dr. Collins, what's good?
Life is good. Things are going great for us right now.
Yeah.
This is a great time for the Sanderlin Center, for the community, for the city of St. Pete, and we're just excited.
How's your New Year? You're like, we 11 days and 12 days in.
Wow. There are so many things happening. My head is spinning, but it's in a good way.
Yeah.
We got a lot of new things happening, and we're just moving in a lot of different directions. And it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Dr. Celeste, I just would like to say I like how you roll. She came bearing gifts, y'all.
Yeah.
And she's teaching y'all
Now
how to treat us.
And look, you giving out the gifts too. So look.
Right.
I'm distribution. I'm working on
Yeah,
distribution.
Yeah.
Having your morning drink,
Yeah, that's right.
The Sanderlin Center.
And it's a good one too. Look, you got
keep
good
it hot
ones.
or cold.
Oh, this
we got hot and cold because you got like some of them they give it's like them little plastic ones. The top don't be working good.
and
this is nice. This is good stuff.
And this is my color.
Yeah, this
is my color.
This is amazing. Well, thank you.
It's Regents Bank Green. Regents Bank Green.
That's what I'm talking
You
about.
bank with Regents?
No, I don't.
And for people who don't know about the Sanderlin Center, like tell us about the Sanderlin Center, what you do, and all that good stuff.
Okay, so I'm Dr. Collins, the executive director at the Sanderlin Center. I've been there now for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission is cultivating a community where children and families are valued, loved, and destined to succeed.
Mm.
For those of you who don't know where we are, we're at 2335 22nd Avenue South in St. Pete, right next door to Academy Prep,
Mm-hmm.
and across the street from the IB School. We've been around for over 30 years, providing services and programs and support to the residents of Pinellas County to strengthen families. We provide services for children and families, but we don't turn anyone away.
Mm-hmm.
We have, for adults, we have a food pantry. We have two food pantries each week, one on Wednesday morning and one on Thursday evening for families who work.
Mm-hmm.
We have Dress for Success on site to help women get back into the workplace. One of the things we worry about is how we look.
Mm-hmm.
So Dress for Success takes that worry away. When you get an interview, you get a full ensemble, purse, shoes, accessories, the entire outfit. If you get the job, you come back for 5 more additional outfits for free, just to help women who want to
Now,
get
do they
back
keep
in.
the outfit?
They keep them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So women
okay.
out there, when you're cleaning out your closet, think of the Sanderlin Center. We're taking business casual clothing all the time, and it goes to a very good use. We also have adult education on site from Lakewood Community School for folks who are 16 years or older who want to come back and get their high school diploma or their GED. It's available for you. There's a very small classroom with a Pinellas County Schools teacher. So I want to welcome you to come there if you need your high school diploma. And we have over 12 other agencies on site that provide services.
And I saw that, I've been saying it since I took the tour.
Yes.
How impressed I was with what's going on.
Oh yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. I just left there.
And like you said, in addition to the services that you're providing, you have partnered with other service providers in the complex. And how has that been? How did you all get to that place? Because I remember a few years going back, a lot of those spots were empty. And so
Right.
was that intentional?
It was intentional. Our founding fathers, I wish I could take the credit for it, but I can't.
Okay.
So the folks who founded the Sanderland Center over 30 years ago, they wanted it to be a one-stop shop.
Okay.
Where families could come and get what they needed. If it was medical care or food or clothing, when you left, you had the service that you need. So over the past 5 years, we've been trying to come back to that, being very collaborative, inviting other agencies out, partnering with who we can just to help the community and make sure that families have what they need.
Yeah, y'all doing that like with fidelity, because I mean, I walked in blown away, number one, just by all of the different programming that you have, the things that you're doing for youth after school. And then when I walked out, there was a bus in the parking lot, an RV in the parking lot, like doing medical.
Right.
So one-stop shop.
Yeah, like for real.
So the University of South Florida, their nursing program has a mobile medical unit. They're with us the first and third Wednesday of every month, providing free medical care.
Say that
you
again.
Need free medical care, immunization,
Free.
testing, anything you need that can be done on that mobile unit, they'll provide it for you for free.
So I got I gotta definitely give y'all a big shout out, because y'all work is helping the community. Like I said, I just left. I was at one of the other agencies that had nothing to do with y'all. They were just on y'all facility at y'all grounds doing the work for the people. Right. So I want to give y'all big shots out for that. So what I want to do also is talk about the Property Value Community Workshop.
Yes, thank you. So for those of you who don't know, we have been blessed. Senator Roussan was able to get funding for us to create a schematic design to get funding for a new construction building. So in a few years, we're going to have a brand new state-of-the-art child care facility and social service agency.
Congratulations.
The building that we're in is over 70 years old. And although we've made it work over the years, it's not built for what we do. For the programming, for the child care, we could take in much more students if we had a building that was built as a child care facility. And we've had to put, it's just like a house. Every day something breaks down, needs to be repaired. So we're definitely looking forward to having this new facility. But with that comes an increase in property value. And so we want to educate the community about what's taking place and how we can all benefit from what's about to happen.
That's right. That's why it's called my idol.
Yeah, because all of us get these calls and mail.
Sell your house.
People are asking to buy your property. And what we want to do is just encourage folks to hold on to it.
Yeah, don't sell grandma's house.
Or at least know your value.
Right. Yeah. And if you do want to sell, check out the programs available through the city to help you remodel and beautify so that you can maximize
the top
your dollar. Right. And so what we're going to do is have 4 workshops.
Hold on, caller.
On Thursdays. And they're on the flyer. Can we share that?
Yes, you can share. Listen, if you can sell us a digital one, because people need to know about this.
Okay, I will definitely do that. And so we're asking you to come out. It's really for the folks who live in the vicinity of the Sanderland Center, because that's who is going to impact the most. But anyone is welcome to come out.
Wow.
So we can talk about these things. And we want to hear your input also about what you'd like to see.
Yeah,
it's Freestyle Friday.
Go ahead, caller, introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, how you doing? I'm catching up on the last part of it, but are you guys are you guys talking about the stadium deal?
Not right now. We're talking about the Sanderland Center.
But it is Freestyle Friday.
But it's Freestyle Friday. If there's something on your mind about the stadium deal, you got 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Same thing. I hope you guys are raising the awareness. There's going to be meetings for the CBAC. I know some of you have shown up and spoken at it. I hope everybody, I know it's a lot of time, but I hope everybody tries to show up and speak up against this and get motivated, because, the more we learn about it, it's just a bad deal for everybody. All the promises that are being made, all the numbers they're throwing out there. Once you start looking at it, there's ways for them to get out of every little thing they're promising. And, it's just going to be a bad deal. It's going to be $1 billion of all our money handed over to the billionaires that are running the team, who have been bad-mouthing the city for a decade. So, hopefully everybody shows up, speaks up to your representatives, you can go to nohomerun.com. It's worth showing up. It's worth putting your support against, because before we know it, it's going to be pushed through if we're not careful.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate you calling, man. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my bad.
Oh, because you don't have, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So, the property value. So tell me about it. You said it's a workshop?
yes, property value.
There are 4 workshops, and it's a collaborative project.
Okay.
With the Sanderman Center, of course, Right Turn Realty, the NAACP, the City of St. Pete.
I know a lot of them.
Row Architects and Jarrell McCants Architecture. They're the ones who are actually drawing the plan for us. Mm-hmm. And Miss Beatrice, we can't leave her out. She is very instrumental. Although her name isn't on the flyer, she had quite a bit.
That sounds like Miss Beatrice.
Yes, bringing all of us together. So shout out to Miss Beatrice.
She probably told y'all, don't put my name on the flyer.
That's okay. We're going to let everybody know.
So the first one is Thursday, January 18th.
January 18th at 6 o'clock.
Thursday, January 18th is the first one. Property value community workshop,
and
y'all.
We're going to have refreshments. So if you could please RSVP so that we know how many people are coming. I hate for you to come and we not have a seat or food for you. So please let us know if you'd like to come, and we'll be glad.
Know the value.
And
know
it looks like
value.
monthly. So I see the Thursday the 18th, and then
Thursday, February 15th,
March 21st,
and April 18th.
So you got multiple opportunities to engage.
I ain't want to confuse them.
Yeah.
And each,
we ain't confusing them. I just want to let you know you
got
got multiple opportunities to engage. Multiple opportunities to engage.
Say that again. Say it one more time.
No, multiple opportunities to engage.
Opportunities to engage.
Get involved.
Yeah.
Get involved.
And so, how did you get involved with the Sanderman Center? What's your Sanderman story?
So my kids actually went to the Sanderman Center years ago. So I started as a client, actually. Right, and I worked with one of the founding board members, had no idea who she was, Diana King. And we worked together at Lillman Innovation Academy, and she invited me to join the board.
Wow.
Joined the board. I was there my first night. I should have known. They voted me in as secretary.
Okay.
They volunteered you.
We were talking about volunteering in the first hour.
But I definitely wanted to give back. I had earned my doctorate degree, and I wasn't as busy as I had been, and I was ready to give back to the community. So I took her up on her offer. Right. Within 6 months, I was acting and interviewed for the job and got the position. Now, if you had told me in 2018, 17, that I would be the executive director of the Sanderman Center, I say you're crazy. Yeah. But what I tell people is, when you're praying for something and you're looking for something, get ready, because it's coming. It may not always look like what you want it to look like. That's true. But God has a plan, and sometimes we work so hard on other things, and it's like, now I can see why that didn't work out, because this is definitely where I was supposed to be.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you started off volunteering.
There you go. Yes, I did.
See, the V word.
The very first night I stepped on, I was volunteering.
That's a major story.
You gotta volunteer.
I mean, it starts there.
It starts there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It starts there, but it don't have to stay there.
It shouldn't stay there.
No. You grow me to the paycheck.
Yeah. But you know, there are some people who are lifetime volunteers who don't want to get paid, because I've offered pay to. No. It's some people don't, because I've had some super volunteers, and when I had opportunities to pay them, I'm like, listen, I have a job. I can pay you for this. And they like, no, all I do is volunteer.
Oh, no, that's good.
There are some people who do that, but they have something else going on. This is not.
Yeah, their finances in order.
Yeah. Our board of trustees, they're volunteers.
Right.
You know,
they work really hard, but it's a volunteer position. Yes.
The CBAC, the one we in on Tuesday at 5:30 at City Hall that we keep talking about.
Yeah.
Those are volunteers.
Man, yeah. And it's a big commitment. And that's why, again, we appreciate those who do volunteer. And I've said this, y'all heard me say this before. In order to get our freedom, we got to give up some of our free time.
You do.
Because our 9 to 5s, like, if you're just thinking that you're going to be able to do it, in 8 hours a day, it don't happen like that. We're going to have to give up some free time. But that don't mean, like, if there's an opportunity for you to get compensated for your time, that you shouldn't take advantage of it. And we don't shame people who come in and say, look, man, I want to get paid for my services. Like, ain't no shame in that. No. Like, But I remember when I first started,
they side eye you.
They side eye
you trying to get a check.
When you asked them how much does this position pay, and they was like, "Pay." Like you,
Hey.
So we find a balance. And so thank you for your service.
Think about it. It's like an intern. You come in there, you have to have so many volunteer hours before you can graduate college, you know? So I don't mind doing my internship.
Right. So no, we just talking about usury. People using the fact that people will contribute and then, you know, tucking and rolling with the money.
Right.
And knowing you can stifle, pay, or hire. And that's all we're advocating for because we have a situation in St. Pete where 10% of the Black community has left.
Yeah.
That's a historic first. So what we got to do is start talking about paying the people for the work they do and then paying them fairly. Like don't pay the white family $50,000 a year and then pay the Black family $30,000 and then ask for the Black family left.
Yeah. Right. And then don't use, and when we're talking about fairly, don't use the Black person to come in and get the ball rolling and then you see the success and then you bring somebody else in.
Yeah, we train our replacements.
Right. To come in. I was good enough to get it started, but I'm not good enough to get the paycheck. And that's where I have a problem with.
You.
Like I have no problem.
Keyed in right now. Feeling it all in my body. Yeah. That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. We've done that.
Yeah.
We've set the play up and then the check get written to somebody else.
Yeah.
And there's not no bitterness, you know what I'm saying? But it's a reality. And so my family pays that price.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? When we do the leg work, do the footwork, and then we set it up, and then you come and pay somebody else $250,000.
Yeah.
They getting $25,000 a month.
And this is when
you
know
gave me that on the side.
Easy. And this is when you do good work and know your worth, right?
Yes.
Right.
And so then you can counter. I remember one of the times, not the last, it happened to me. Now this is probably the wrong way to have. I pouted, right? And then I really did, but then I really showed them why they needed me because I was so disrespectful, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Like I walk in.
You ain't disrespectful though.
But I was like in a set way. Like y'all know I'm petty. So
petty. You went petty.
I'm petty. So that's what I really went petty. So I'm running everything, and then you're gonna come and hire somebody over me.
Oh, we done been on a job together. That happened.
And you know what happened? I stopped running it.
Yeah,
and so
let the person who
and then what happened is when they had meetings, I was like, I have stuff to do, so I wouldn't give them it, and then my people wouldn't even work with them.
Yeah.
So then they had to rehire me to be the boss again.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't like, and they could have fired me, but I had too much.
Thank you.
So some would call that petty, and
that's not petty.
And others would call that protest.
No, that's leverage. That's using your leverage, which we got to do more.
You do.
We got to do more here as a city.
You just have to know how to do it.
Don't give up your leverage. Use your leverage because that's an example of you using your leverage to get the higher paying position, to get the boss position. Because I think if we was on the job and I'm running the office and they paying him all the money. I done recruited the whole office.
Yeah, no, that's
everybody here because of me, and he getting all the money. What?
Yeah. And then he was dropping the ball everywhere.
Listen, she know.
Okay. And then me and you
save the play.
Like, all right, yeah, okay. We're done with it.
Reel this back in.
Because let's talk about the other type of volunteer.
Okay.
God knows the Sanderman Center needs volunteers.
Okay, yes, let's talk about it.
If you want to help tutor our kids, one of the things I didn't mention is we have an aftercare program. We're a licensed child care center, and our programs are geared towards academic success. Many of the kids who we have in our program are not reading at proficient grade level. And for people who may not know, if you don't pass the state exam by 12th grade, you get a certificate of completion versus a diploma. Right. So we help them with tutoring, homework, reading interventions. And for those folks out there who want to give back, please tutor to help our kids. We also, in our food pantry, we need help packing up the food, passing it out. You can do as little as an hour, 30 minutes a week. Nothing is too small or too big. Yeah, we'll take whatever comes. And then we also have a garden, a community garden. So for those of you who
got a
like
lot
to
going
get
on.
Your hands dirty, you want to help our kids learn to cultivate and grow food on their own, they really love it. So we'll take that as well. And we do have paid positions. So if you are looking for employment, you have a position open, we encourage you to
do you know Amani Allen?
That's my daughter.
She said, hey, mommy. I sent
got the family
to
out.
everybody. Hey, I'm on at 8:00. Tune in if you can.
Yes, thank you for that.
Thank you so much for that. And I mean, yeah, you mentioned it. You talked about the aftercare program, the computer lab, right?
Do y'all thing.
Case management. Tell me about the case management and how you helping people navigate.
So we have family support specialists whose goal is to help families reach self-sufficiency.
Okay.
And we recognize that there are steps to get us there. So initially a family may come in for rental assistance or mortgage assistance. They are in a space of need.
Okay.
We try to build that relationship with them and help them work through those things that can help get them out of that position over the long run. Okay. So, but you come in for whatever you need, and then we'll make that plan with you as time goes on.
I like that self-sufficiency. So that's getting people where they don't continually need to like get onto these programs. But like, here's a path
for you to go.
We'll help you, but we're going to give you the tools to be successful.
To break the poverty cycle.
When you come in initially, you know, if you're thinking about feeding your family or getting your bills paid, your mind is not there yet.
That's
but once you are settled and you're in a place where we can talk about other things, and we want to help you reach that path.
That's nice.
And then you have support groups. What types of support groups?
Several types of support groups. Now, there were a lot more before COVID. COVID changed the world, as you know. But for example, we have Women Seeking Jesus. They're there every Thursday night.
Okay.
So if you want to come pray, read the Bible, talk about God, pray for your community, they're there. And we have other nonprofits also who just come in and need to use the facility.
Okay, yeah, because I remember we did a few events there. I think the most memorable event that I can remember was when we did the April. It was the anniversary of the sanitation strike.
Yes,
and we had the panel discussion. We had Chairman O'Malley. We had Joe Savage's son.
That was historic.
Yeah, and it was like a historic event in the Sanderland Center, which is a historic space. And you know, when you think about James Sanderland and his contribution to that movement, like it was like the perfect venue for it, because he was the lawyer, you know, for them when they was filing.
He was in the field hard. The Honorable James B. Sanderland.
Yes, like he wasn't no slouch, man. And so get to know him, and I'm happy to see y'all got his picture.
We do.
Like featured prominently.
Listen, say his name. We need
the Honorable James B. Sanderland.
We need a James B. Sanderland Street.
Yeah.
James B. Sanderland Lake. Because see, I've been on this.
Yeah.
We need more streets named after our black leaders here. You can't find a black leader street nowhere around here. And we built this city. So I step back. I ain't gonna stand on our street. I'll give it to y'all another day.
And you mentioned this, I want to double click on it, the rental assistance, because I get a lot of calls about people saying that they need help with rent, they need help with bills, you know. So tell me about this support service.
So our family support specialists have relationships with several agencies who are able to help those families, and depending, because sometimes it may depend on your zip code or other factors. So they just kind of help them navigate those resources so that they can get what they need.
So they help, because you know, when people go to them places, they come back so frustrated.
Right. So
it is frustrating.
They come back, they be like, wait, I gotta do this, and they just not prepared or don't even know or don't have the thing. And it's like, I need help.
I know we want to sometimes bypass the paperwork. That is an issue for everyone, but that's how these agencies get their funding.
Right.
You know, so we have to, but the good news is with the Sanderland Center, our family support specialists, they're going to walk you through that. We, like you mentioned, the computer lab, if you need to fax something or check your email or register for a service, we have a free computer lab for you there as well. So we try to make it as easy as we can.
No, that's good to have that support, because those are sometimes barriers that prevent people from taking advantage of it, is because they don't know how to send off something, or you know, the email or
anything. They just get frustrated. But to have somebody say, okay, it's all right, I got you.
Yeah.
You do this is a big help.
Yeah, that's his. That's right.
That's right. And so with that, and with the Sanderland Center and the rebuild, and I'm so happy to hear that you say that. Like, the building is there, but it doesn't accommodate what you do.
Right. I mean, we've made it work.
Oh yeah,
but we can definitely do a lot better.
I mean, we was raised in the house with a bunch of kids. A lot of times, you go back and you try and figure out, like, how everybody got in this house.
Like you think, did we really use one bathroom?
Like, was it really all of us in here? So yeah, we are accustomed to making things work.
So now, are y'all tearing down the entire building, or y'all gonna?
Yes, that's the plan, and it's 22,000 square feet of space. If you don't come, if you haven't been in the building, it's hard to imagine.
22,000
on almost 4 acres of land, almost 5 acres of land. I'm sorry, so it really goes pretty far back.
Yeah.
So we have in our planning phase 1, 2, and 3. We're hoping to either add a clinic or a grocery store, and then phases 3 or 4 will be affordable housing. So we have a lot of plans of great things in mind that we want to do. But the first step is to get that child care facility.
Okay, awesome. And so if people want to support, how can people support what you're doing? How can people tap in? Is there an opportunity? We talked about the volunteer space. We talked about the jobs that are available. So like if people just say, you know what, I like what you're doing and I wanna help out.
Well, you can always like us on social media, follow us. If something that you see really resonates with you, share it. We're on IG, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like and share. Tell your friends about it. If you have any ideas or if you're there and you have an idea about a program that might be able to support the community, let us know. We're very collaborative, always looking for ways that we can branch out and help. And again, volunteering.
What if you have a program? Because I know people who have programs, but they need space.
Right.
Do you have some space available? Is there something that we can work through? I ain't trying to put you on the spot.
I know.
And if you don't, you don't.
Because it is very coveted space because we rent to nonprofits for very affordable rates.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Usually full, but you heard it here first. We have 2 spaces becoming available in January.
Okay.
And so if you're looking for space to rent, we definitely can help you with that. But we also allow nonprofits to utilize our space for free during our working hours.
Okay.
So if you want to have a meeting or you want to have a group or you need a place to meet, we will allow you to do that at the Sanderson Center.
I love it. I love
so I just posted y'all property value community workshop to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page. Y'all go to the page and check it out. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. And if you had to leave the people with anything, what would you tell them?
Oh wow. If I had to leave the people with anything, thinking about Marley. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Many times those limitations and thoughts and negativity, if we could just adjust our thinking just a little bit, we could see the glass half full versus half empty. So let's come together and do what we need to do for the people in our community.
You just speak to my soul over here. I
love it. Thank you, and thank you again for being here. And if you want to, join, stick around on the ride, you're welcome to stay.
Thank you. I am going to let you guys go because but I'm very happy to be here. I want to thank you for taking me at the last minute. It's very thoughtful of you. But yes, please reach out. Go to our website. There's more information there. And if you have any questions, feel free to call.
Look, here you go with Bob Marley.
So you must be going to see the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie?
Yeah.
I ain't know it either. And I'm a movie man.
But
yes, it is a movie coming.
When?
It's coming out soon. Y'all must not watch TV.
Not a lot.
I do, but I haven't seen
I didn't see that.
No,
we'll watch that channel.
No. It's a Bob Marley movie coming up.
What?
It is. I can tell you. Look, we all got movies.
I can just smell the movie theater now.
And Ms. Tapman, you said there was something that you had that you wanted to talk about earlier. I'm trying to remember what it was. We was talking about it off air, and it was like an amazing conversation.
Oh, stakeholder v shareholders.
Okay.
Making a transition from. Yeah, because my thought was I made a post.
Now, the lady just said she was leaving.
That's okay. I can stay a little bit longer.
So I made a post saying, how do we go from stakeholders to shareholders, right? And a lot of people was like, oh, well, they're the same thing, Jabbar, but no, there is a shareholder theory, right? They have a theory that where they break down, the differences, the nuances of it, because you are right in the definition of stakeholder is a shareholder. It's like a synonym, if that's the same word for a word. But the reality is shareholders partake in the profit. Shareholders get a piece of the check. They get a dividend. They get a something or a recurring benefit. And sometimes stakeholders are left holding the bag. So, and so what I wanted to have the conversation in the community about is going from stakeholders to shareholders, right? Taking our position or our equity in our position and putting it to the part that profits. Yeah. That where we can have a residual return, so we can get out the way of these one-time payments or these one-time funds, right? Because if you know about St. Pete, we have these funds, and they're only here for a moment. It's like a timeline, and these one-time funds leave us with one-time results. We need residual funds that give us residual results.
I agree.
Well, look, I'm going to put another plug in for this workshop because one of the things Ms. Scantling is going to be talking about is building generational wealth. Yep. Okay. So when you have that wealth that you can put into your own business or to what you support, then you can become a stakeholder. Because sometimes, let's face it, you may be welcome as a stakeholder, but not a shareholder. Yeah. So you might have to create and go in those avenues where you have the opportunity to be a stakeholder.
And see, I'm glad you said that because that was where my mind was.
Okay.
It is, y'all know my mantra: don't panic, organize. And I think a lot of these stakeholder sessions, somebody else is doing the organizing. Somebody else is inviting you in and saying, "Okay, we want to talk to the stakeholders." They're shareholders, but they're inviting stakeholders in for these input, for these feedback, for that. So I think like flipping that dynamic and saying, okay, we're going into this space organized, saying that we're not coming and showing up as stakeholders. We're coming up as shareholders, and we're ready to invest, or we want to know what that process is or what that procedure is. Right. And I'll give you an example of, just how this stuff be happening. In our first committee of the whole, when they was talking about, the development, what opportunities do we have for ownership on site? And when I asked that question, I mean, you could just kind of see like because it's all about rent and square footage. Yes, and we talking about acres and ownership. These are people who used to own this land. So what opportunities do we have to own? And like, not just saying, hey, I just want to be an owner or something, but like we have people who are prepared to like put skin in the game, come in and really take advantage of the opportunity for ownership. But I think it starts with us having that mindset first. Yes. And then also being organized and say, okay, well, you want to be a shareholder? What does that mean? What do we need to bring to the table? Where are these resources? Where are these things, how does this work? And really getting a fundamental understanding of that and then start organizing around that. Because right now we've just been trumpeting, and myself included, y'all show up. Come on, let us know. Give us your opinion. Y'all But if that's the move, if that's the direction, then we just got to start organizing and having that conversation for real. And I thank you for bringing that and introducing this as a topic, man. Because we need to. Like, we need to be talking about acres and ownership. Because we've seen, situations where they came in and said, we're going to give y'all 5,000 square foot
for 5 years.
For 5 years on 15 acres that y'all used to own. And people be like, yeah, we're getting some
this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Have you ever
and somebody in the crowd got to be like, wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
So you mean I can go set it up, bring the value up, bring people here,
and then as soon as you start jumping,
and when it's really profitable, my lease up.
Yeah, because most businesses fail after.
Yeah. No, 5 years is like your range where you want to succeed. Yeah.
So once it's time for me to
when I pop off,
when it's time for me to reap the benefits, you get.
Yeah.
That's what
yeah. But that's the thing.
Okay.
To the point,
we got to be creative.
But people don't understand that.
Yeah.
And like don't know that. The mindset, like the mindset in our community at the time was like cool with that. They was like real deal. Like, hey, this is what the offer is, and we think it's a good offer. And I'm like,
we can't have it all at once. We got to take baby steps.
The Foundation for a Healthy St. Pete, this last round of grants they had available, they offered it to smaller agencies, for profits, and they gave you an opportunity to even apply if you didn't have the funding.
Right.
Because so there are opportunities.
And that is, and I'm glad you.
That's a good one. That was, I swear.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, that was a push.
That's the result of feedback.
Yeah, that was a push. That was a push.
We've been working with the foundation since they started.
Since the inception.
Yeah, and like we did.
There wasn't a building.
We did before they even had.
It wasn't a building. I gave them the address.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They didn't know what Price Buster was at. Who knew? Randy Russell?
Right.
Like, I'm just going, you know what I'm saying? I had these conversations in small rooms, but let's have it. Like, I gave them that address.
Yeah. And see,
they didn't know where no Price Buster was at. Right. I asked why you wouldn't build. Oh, well, no, Jabbar, we shouldn't build. It's not good. Like, this is direct questioning. Direct, hey, man, why you looking to rent a place?
Yeah.
Why you won't build and buy? Oh, well, no, Jabbar, see, that's not how it works.
Because we want to make sure that the community
listen, I swear to God.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah, I swear.
And now people would, like, call us, like, Cat Williams. Because, like, but these are stories about things that happen, and it ain't no slight or no shade.
I just caught that.
You just had a Cat Williams moment. You just told him. You gave him that address.
Yeah.
I just told him.
Yeah.
We did focus groups about what we wanted to see in that space.
Yes.
And I must just say it. They didn't put in that first round what the people said needed to be in that space. And so now to see that it's moving and it's
we take leaps though.
Like it's course correcting and we getting there. We appreciate that.
Yes, we is.
And it's not bitterness, it's not anxious. But yeah, we've been kind of like doing this stuff for a little while. And we've been having a lot of conversations in a lot of rooms and a lot of ideas that we promote and put out. They get implemented, like you said. Some of them get funded, some of them get done, and nobody look back and say, "Hey, man, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for that." You know what I mean? And not publicly, they'll tell you in the back room, "You know this because of you, right?"
They nice.
But publicly, they'll talk about what they did and who they are, and that's why I felt Cat Williams.
Yeah, and thank y'all for not being bitter because a lot of people will. You can't be. You can.
No, you can take lemons and make lemonade.
And then you can, but then you can't. You see a lot of people when.
But it is hard.
They then retract and then don't help out anymore because they feel like they've been burned.
You're right. You're right though.
You can see like, oh, I gave them this whole plan, and then they told me it wasn't a good idea.
And now they doing it. And now they got it.
Change the name. And implement everything that I did.
Yeah.
And that can put you in a bad space.
Yeah, you gotta
Steve Harvey.
I think you gotta you gotta be resilient. No, but for real, you gotta be resilient. You gotta have alligator skin because this does happen. Not just they just ain't stealing jokes at a comedy show. People stealing concepts and ideas from meetings. That's what and it is what it is. I was telling somebody, so what I supposed to stop being creative? What I supposed to stop thinking outside the box because you stealing from the box? I gotta, what I'm saying? I can't let you dictate my actions because of what you did. Because that's why we've been able to be so successful in this community. Because you did do that. All right, now I got something else. You want this?
Yeah.
Now I got another one. You come on, right, keep getting it. I got another one.
You're right.
That you hear me talk about naming streets.
Yeah.
See, I ain't just pulled that out the hat. We've been talking about that 3-4 years ago.
And you're right. I say this two things came to mind. You're right. You can be bitter, but I think the thing that keeps me from not being bitter is like I'm on purpose. Like I realize like this is my mission. I'm mission driven. I'm focused. But if I was like in this for any other reason, like if I was in this for money or in this for vanity or in this for anything, else,
you came while I'm here.
I would have been gone a long time ago.
You came while I'm here.
But because I'm really committed to impact, I'm committed to serving the communities. When those types of things happen, you take the punches, you roll with it, and you keep going, man. It's Freestyle Friday. Caller, you on there?
This might be Jab.
Man, y'all don't look at here. If y'all don't quit, hey, listen, bro. Me and Jabbar yesterday was talking about how our forefathers built St. Petersburg. But man, listen, bro. Post-COVID, bro, it was us that built everything that they standing on right now, bro.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's some fully funded programs.
Yes, it's a Cat Williams moment because I see it, bro. Everything that you guys stood behind and implemented, bro, everything we pulled out of our brain, man, has been regurgitated right in our face. And y'all have never been given the credit. And I'm going to take the moment right now, man, and salute y'all, bro, because when everybody in the world went and hid behind their Zoom calls and their computer screens, it was you guys. See that, bro? It was y'all.
that pulled me out the house to hit the streets to help this community.
We did. Thank you, bro.
So, that's real, bro. Like, we can't keep letting them look past this because, yes, our forefathers built back then, but what they standing on right now, bro, is the conception and brain power from what we did, man. And we got to take credit for that, man. Thank y'all, man. I ain't gonna hold up no time.
All right. I'm in the presence of greatness.
Thank you.
Look,
King Jab, appreciate that, man.
I didn't hear nothing that he said. So
But you know what he said.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
But when he said, "Your boy, don't get me started," that phone run, I was like,
Oh, you seen it? Oh, you seen it in the chat?
When he said, I was like,
You knew the call was coming.
It was coming.
So going from stakeholders to shareholders, I think it is a progression. I think it's really knowing the spaces because we need stakeholder engagement, but we also need stakeholders that have an eye for being shareholders to also be able to move the needle and move us in that direction. Because again, a lot of these invitations are invitations to volunteer, and that's how I got started.
That's how I got started too. So that's why I don't shoot it down.
And it was like,
So we all done started with volunteer. So we ain't shooting that down.
But that's part of that is providence and just the way that the universe and God and the divine internally and externally work and align itself with mission. And that's why we say believe and do good, right? Like even going into this thing, like we going in it, I ain't looking for nothing. I'm not trying to get nothing out of this. I'm really just trying to help. And then God orders those steps, and and then He'll order those steps and put you in a position where now what you were doing for free, you actually get compensated.
It is. Don't chase the money.
Yeah. Don't chase the income, chase the impact. That's
right. And the money comes. Like if you do
impact.
If you do if you follow your purpose and your passion and do that, I guarantee you the money will come.
Yeah.
It comes. It comes.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much it will.
That's a Kiana guarantee. Kiana the one that guaranteed that.
No, you.
I didn't say how much.
Yeah, but you gotta it's
look, the views expressed.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you gotta have your finances in place. You gotta have your resume ready to go. It's so much that gotta be done. Because this stuff just don't fall because people have volunteered like their whole life. Yeah. Like I've heard the stories. A lot of people don't know. I used to be at Mama T house a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she done ran it down like, hey, why they won't hire me? Yeah. I done been doing this. They done brought. I took that. That's what I did. And it's like in my mind, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. And I thank God for people like her who paved the way for people like us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they paid a price, and that's the other part of
it.
They
paid a price.
We have people who paid prices in order for us to be in these roles and be in these positions and to have those conversations. To your point about the way that they're doing grants now, it's people who paid a price for that. It's people who had great programs and were denied because they never had funding. Right. You know what I mean? And they say, well, we can't give you money because you never had money before.
Yes, it's philanthropy rules. It's rules of giving.
The microfund grant program that closes on the 15th.
Advocacy.
We advocated for that to be the way that it is.
Advocacy.
Now, but when it first started, it was like you had to have money in order to get this money.
It was a matching grant.
It was a matching grant. And we was like, yo, we out here, we talking to people.
And it's not matching.
And it's not matching. The math ain't matching.
The math is not matching. Hey, caller, introduce yourself.
Hi, this is Beatrice.
Hey, how you doing, V?
Dr. Collins, thank you for the shout out. And Kiana, Brother John, and Jabbar, you all do a great job. And I just wanted to tell you I'm just really happy and proud for you that all that you're doing. And thank you, Kiana, for taking my tips. If y'all let me, I'll just I can get guests on your show for the next year.
Don't worry. We need you.
You got my number.
I know. Thank you all so much for what you do. And thank you so much, Dr. Collins, for doing this. This is one of those things that we talk about. And I'm just happy to be with a group of people who go from this is an idea to execution. And we have 4 series over 4 months. Yes. And we can all learn something. So thank you.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, V.
Anytime.
You next, V. So get ready for your close up.
So we're like 10 minutes in.
Yeah. She said thank you. Yeah, good job, Brother John.
All right, good stuff. Digital inclusion. We got to get digital inclusion. St. Pete.
Yes.
And tell some origin stories.
Listen, we were just talking about artificial intelligence, robotics in the future. Right. So Beatrice, we definitely gonna need you because we want to be prepared for careers. I want like leadership to not to stop saying jobs, because some people need a job. So we got to keep it 1,000. Some people need a job, some people need a career, some people need a business. So we need to, you know what I'm saying, get everybody lined up.
Real talk. You looking at me? I ain't got nothing.
I
take some of these comments.
You looking at me?
Do we have time for that, Kiana?
I don't think so.
I don't think
okay.
So. We're walking the line.
We walked the line. So we got a shout out to King Ree is what Jab put in there, and I agree.
Man, King Ree.
Definitely shout out to King Ree.
Miss Peanut. Y'all go to Miss Peanut on Facebook, follow, like Bible, King Ree, advocate, a king. Yeah. That helped us do a lot of this stuff we doing. He ain't sitting here with us right now, but we got to put his name in the app. Big shouts out to King Ree.
Absolutely. And getzot.com is in the chat. King Jab put that in there as well. Sierra said your walk has to be louder than your talk.
Ooh. Shout out to Vice President Clark.
KC Food, good morning. We appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you being here. Thank you all for what you do and how you can support. So listen, y'all, we got a couple things coming up. I just want to remind y'all. The Property Value Community Workshops. Again, the workshop topics, the Sanderland Center's new construction project, city funding for home improvement, increasing your home's property value, building generational wealth, and community input and suggestions. The next meeting will be next Thursday, the 18th, January 18th, at the Sanderland Center, 2335 22nd Avenue South, and it's 6 to 7. Make sure you RSVP, because light refreshments. We want to make sure it's enough.
That's right.
You know, y'all show up coming at 6 o'clock. You probably just getting off work. You might be hungry. But if you ain't say you was coming, and the people who got there at 5:30 got all the vittles.
First come, first serve.
There you go.
But if I know anything about the Sanderland Center, it's going to be enough. But just help us help you.
Help us to plan, please.
Help us help you. Because always, as an organizer, prediction is good. You want to be able to predict what you got coming and what you got showing up. So tap in the 49th Street walking audit is January 22nd. I will be posting that, sharing that. Make sure y'all tap in. The last day for these microfund grants is Monday. And it's a lot of stuff happening for the Dream Big weekend. Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about, like, I'm not hearing a lot of excitement around MLK like in previous years. Are you? Is it the echo chamber?
No, I mean,
what you hearing about MLK?
I really haven't heard about the parade, to be honest.
And that's usually like
that's
kind of
right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're in the parade season.
But
it's actually this Monday.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah. We got to make a bigger investment. Right, there needs to be signage. Right, you need to be on the interstate. Right, go downtown and look at the Innovation District. Right, you know it's there. Know why? Because they got signs flagging around. Yeah. We need the MLK sign. Like we gotta stop hoping for this grassroots push when we're not making the investment financially. Don't get me wrong. They gave 75,000 here, 50,000 there, and don't get me wrong. Those are dollars, but it might have needed to been 25, 250. Or whatever, the numbers need to be higher. We need a more sustained investment in the MLK on Parade and on MLK Street. We need a more sustainable investment, larger, bigger, because it's like 100,000 people coming, and we invest in 75 grand. But then you got an event that go on downtown that only get 30,000 people, and they get $1 million. See what I'm saying? You gotta kind of like. You know what I'm saying? We hoping for the best, and then the organizers get the bad link because they got to make a lot happen with a little bit. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? And then you got organizations like that's bringing in way less people that get way more money. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So we got to advocate, because we did advocate for this at one time before. I've been trying to follow up on it, but I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm volunteering, so I can't chase every rabbit down the hole. You get what I'm saying? And I've called city staff about this. Hey, we did a walking audit of Martin Luther King Street. We had plans. There's everything already there. Why I got to keep calling y'all about it? Yeah. It's been 5 years. It's 6 years. Hey, how you doing, Major Boy? You know what I'm calling about. I ain't calling you about nothing else. I'm trying to see if we're gonna get the placards. So I knew about the corridor improvement money because I had a meeting with the economic development director, and he says, Jabbar, there's corridor improvement dollars coming, and we can make some of this stuff happen with those dollars. Right. So the coordination and like just the coordination from administration to administration, right? From like when a director leave and a new director come, right? That coordination, that handoff, that's so important. And we lose because, all right, we're already not a prime sponsored event. We're a sponsored event. It's on the list, but it's not prime. When I say prime, I'm talking about like the Rib Fest. I'm talking like the NASCAR. Come on, those are prime. But you got to understand, the MLK parade was like almost the only thing we had here for years. Yeah. It wasn't a pride parade. The pride parade organizers looked at the MLK parade and crafted their vision. They looked at what was going on and said, okay, this is how they do it. Now we're going to do it like this. We can do it like this. And that's good. That's a beautiful thing. But all I'm saying is, honor the originator, honor the MLK parade. And like this budget cycle, we need to push the MLK parade up the funding stream. Up.
Yep.
Right on. So I'll actually post the schedule and the timeline for the budget because there's some entry points.
The budget is coming.
So the budget cycle it's here. So our first round of recommendations will be the 25th of this month.
Wow.
And then
this first quarter,
I think the open house is April 16th this year. And I'll post the timeline. But to your point about organizing around the budget, like now's the time to get in the game, and now's the time to be having your conversations. Now's the time to be meeting with your elected
council member,
council member saying, hey, this is a priority for me. I want to know where you are with this, and would you introduce this as one of your priorities so that we can get some funding and some resources? Like now's the time to be having those conversations. And thank you again for your consistency.
Appreciate it,
your
man.
Consistent advocacy, your consistent, just being a watchman, on the wall and naming these things and pushing us to do what is in the best interest of our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
Gotta be. I want to thank Dr. Collins. Thank Dr. Collins. She said she was leaving 20 minutes ago.
I'm still here.
She's still here.
We have that effect on
Yes, we do.
No, but thank you so much for being here and all that you do in service to our community.
Thanks for having me.
Your stories inspiring. Again, as somebody who started out and took a similar journey, going to help out and participate, and then eventually, finding yourself into a role that you couldn't have wrote that script. You wouldn't imagine. So I can relate to that. I unite with that, and I appreciate the humility that comes with that and the commitment to doing it right. When you know that it wasn't you that put yourself there,
right?
You have a different kind of perspective on how you serve and how you show up for this community. Like you didn't grow up wanting to be this. Like you didn't aspire to do this. Like that God put you there, and you show up and you manifest your work in a different way. So I appreciate that, and it's always an honor to unite with kindred spirits along those lines.
Thank you. I'm so humbled.
Final thoughts, Kiana. Look, I done did like 4 rounds of final thoughts.
Well,
be the change you want to be. Write down the 5 things. Go ahead.
There you go. He said it for me. So stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes.
Lose your shoes and shout all around the house, man. Again, a lot's happening this weekend. Y'all go to d7speaks.com. Tap in, man. You can go to the Sanderlin Facebook page too. That was another one of the requests.
Please.
Go to the Facebook page. You can get all of this information, all these news updates, and what's happening in the community. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And we out.